I'm here with Vince LoMoro from ILFX, Lance Evans from Evans International Freight Consolidators. Both are keynote presenters tonight up here in Brisbane. Guys, how have you found tonight? I think the crowd and the audience I've spoken to really love both your presentations. How have you found it? Kicking off with you, Vince.
Thanks, Lawrence. Well, it was an awesome night. I think the interactivity from the audience was impressive because both our presentations had audience participation, which is great. The questions were flowing and it gave us the opportunity to really understand what was resonating with people here tonight and the ability for us to give them what they actually wanted to hear, which is fantastic. So thanks very much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Vince. And Lance, I know everyone loved your real honest and straight from the hip approach. I think, the way that you say it how it is and talked about, the freight situation right now and where it's potentially heading. So many people, all I could see was heads nodding. And they really loved both your presentations, but they loved the fact that, you really talked about the power of honesty in freight and logistics.
Look, I think people have mentioned that some of my presentations are often quite brutal. I'm certainly not as slick as Vince. It is a very professional presentation. And I think finance as a world and overseas finance, foreign exchange, is an area where you need to be that professional and that precise. The freight forwarding industry is very much a dogfight. And the shipping industry, exporters and importers have been through hell and back. And the world will survive, but the problems aren't over yet. So we all have to find a way of cooperating together more than we have in the past, trusting each other and finding ways to do things not just so much better, but safer, more long-term, and where loyalty and trust come back into the occasion.
Absolutely. I think all the feedback I had tonight from both of your presentations was how important it was to give them not only advice for their own businesses, but advice for their clients as well. And I think that's the big takeaway from me with ATLC is that having experts such as yourself present to these participants in these events is the ability to upskill their knowledge, really get the pulse of what's really happening in FX and freight, supply chain, and how they can then better serve and educate their own customers. So I'm really looking forward to bringing that together next week in Adelaide.
Looking forward to it very much, Lawrence. Thanks so much.
I think we should carry this as a roadshow throughout the country.
Absolutely agree. I think it's really needed. I think the supply chain sector as a whole has been battered around, as you mentioned, Lance, and the opportunity to really fine-tune the way that they can actually increase profits, reduce risk, what you talk about, Vince, is really powerful as well.
No, thanks so much. I totally agree. And it was a really good combined presentation because we're really covering the whole spectrum of what our clients are looking for. So, there's risk management, yes, but there's risk also from the freight part of it as well. So we both covered off on the risks associated with our industries and the importance for clients to actually get on board and manage that. So
100%.
Thank you so much,
Right.
Lawrence.
Thank you, Lawrence. Good to see you. Look forward to seeing you in Adelaide.
Absolutely. See you both in Adelaide. Cheers,
you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Cheers.
mate.